Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, better give me something to grub me and the wifey that's supposed to have a peep game, man. We gotta rap about Erickson Lubin versus Sebastian Fondora. Man, I don't know who's gonna win that fight, man. I don't know who's gonna win that fight. One thing about Sebastian Fondora, man, him and David Benavidez, these are taller dudes who like to be in the pocket right in your chest. They don't necessarily use their height to their advantage. We're trying to maintain distance. They'll use it to close distance, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be at mid-range, they'll snap a jab and get you to cover up, and then they'll just step in and be right in your chest and kind of like bully you all around the ring. I'm watching Fondora versus Nathaniel Gallimore, man, and I'm like, yo, like, why doesn't this dude, not even just with Nathaniel Gallimore, all of the fighters that he's fought, man, like, why doesn't he just pump the jab from the outside? You would think the way that he looks, because he has this computer tech type look, he don't necessarily want to get in there and get rough and tumble, and he don't want to do all that. He want to preserve his, his boyish looks and take the safe way to a victory. That's not the case with this dude, man. Sebastian ain't sweet, bro. Like, dude is not sweet. Like, I be watching this thing like, yo, look at this dude. He's on the inside, fucking niggas up. And that's the thing, man. Erickson Lubin is like my height. People be saying, I'm 5'8", you know what I'm saying? People, I've noticed a lot of these fighters, though, they be lying on their height. And then, I'll fuck around and see him in person, or I'll see him stand next to somebody who's listed at a certain height, and they don't be that much taller. I'm like, yo, man, y'all niggas is cap. So Erickson Lubin is listed at 5'9.5". I don't know. You dig? He could be. He could be. You dig? But he's, if he's listed correctly, he's an inch and a half taller than me. So when you look at the likes of a Sebastian Fondora, who's 6'5", that's gonna be a tall order to deal with, man. But the thing is, I don't think he's gonna have a problem with getting on the inside, because that's what Fondora wants to fight at. He wants to fight on the inside. My biggest concern is the uppercut up the middle that he throws. He throws 100 uppercuts around, it seems like. And it's precise. It's real precise, and he is yet to come across somebody who can blanket that uppercut. Like, he was tossing Nathaniel Gallimore, not even just with the uppercut, man, just like Deboing him, man. He was just like kind of like bullying him, all across the ring, pinning him on the rope. Like, after he got he got used to Nathaniel Gallimore's timing, he was like, all right, cool. I know where the shots are coming from. So he had a little bit easier time getting out of the way of the shots. So after that, he was able to impose his will on Nathaniel Gallimore and give him his first stoppage. I got to go back and rewatch the Erickson Lubin fight with Nathaniel Gallimore, but it's been a while since I've seen it. But I don't think Lubin is gonna have, because Lubin is a dude who likes to work behind his straight shots. I saw sparring footage of him fighting a dude around about Sebastian Fondora's height, and he was working him out, bro. Like, he was going to, I'm talking like, he was operating, working behind the jab from the outside, man. Like, really using his lateral movement. I'm seeing, pull counters. I'm seeing all of them. Like, how is he stepping back like this on a taller dude and punishing him for it? And not with like the straight right that you would normally throw down the pipe off of a pull. And he's throwing hooks. He step back left hook. That's how I was just my body mechanics, you dig? Like, for a long time, it took me a while to be able to throw the straight right down the pipe off a pull, off a step back. I would step back and throw the left hand. I would step back and throw the left hook. And that's what he was doing. I'm watching, I'm like, damn, dude, like, he's really doing this with a taller dude. I don't know if the dude was taking, kind of like taking it easy on him. I don't think that was the case. I don't think that was the case. But if he was, all well, you dig? From what I saw, I'm looking at Erickson Lubin like, yo, homeboy is not, like, he's really, like, he really wants that Jermell Charlo get back. And because of that, I think I gotta go with him. I think I gotta go with Erickson Lubin, man. I think I gotta go with Erickson Lubin. He can fight at all three ranges. That's what's that's what's going to be the biggest takeaway from this. Fondora isn't necessarily a dude who's prone to pumping his jab. He's not only maintaining distance and spacing from the outside with the jab, and using his natural gifts and abilities to his advantage, because that's just not how he likes to fight. He likes to fight in the pocket. And because of that, he's his body mechanics and everything is prone to fighting in that manner. Where someone of his height fighting the likes of a Nathaniel Gallimore wouldn't have that type of success, because the shorter shots normally find the target long before the longer shots do. And because he has the longer limbs, you would think Nathaniel Gallimore, he's a little bit, he's shorter than, he's way shorter than him, so he can launch that uppercut right up the middle. And he's not standing straight up neither. He's not standing straight up. His chin isn't high in the air. He's bent at his knees. There in the clinch, he's a bit bent at his waist. He get better leverage on his shots when he does decide to throw them. But you would think because Nathaniel Gallimore is shorter than him, he'd be able to capitalize on that, and he wasn't able to do it. He wasn't, and he has good defense. I'm not saying defense in the sense of like catching and shooting in the pocket or nothing like that, or slipping and rolling up under shots. He can't do that because he's so much taller than him, man. But it's just it's blanketing the offense of his opponents. He was blanketing the offense of Nathaniel Gallimore, whether just the longer limbs, you got to get through them limbs to get to the target, you dig? And he was just, wrapping him up all over the place. It was wearing on Nathaniel, and it eventually got him stopped. Because I don't think he was hurt. He was hurt, but he was more, tired than he was hurt. I think Lubin is a lot more savvy in the clinch. I think Lubin is a lot more calculated with how he goes about setting up his shots. I think Lubin, if he can't win in the clinch, he's going to get back to the outside and, start landing shots to, get open, more openings, you dig? Cause when you get back to the outside, you pump your jab, that opens you up for more, when you start pumping the jab and you're landing off of the jab, your opponent's gonna want that get back, you dig? Frustration starts to kick in, you start to make mistakes, and all right, now here we go. Now I can take that extra step in because he's getting a little sloppy, because I'm not even sloppy. He's anxious to get that get back, so he's gonna try and get that get back, and that leads for good opportunity for me to capitalize on that. And Lubin is a really good counterpuncher. He's a really good counterpuncher, real good counterpuncher, inside and outside. So I think I'm gonna go with Erickson Lubin in this fight, man. I think I'm gonna go Erickson Lubin, man. I can't wait to see it. I hope he wins. I really do. But I also fuck with Sebastian, bro. So I don't know, like I want the brother to win. I ain't even gonna front, but I fuck with Sebastian just on the strength of how, the dude looks like one of them Geek Squad motherfuckers from Best Buy, but will fuck you up. That shit is dope to me. You dig? Like, yo, bro, like, come and get your computer fixed. I got you. And if you mad about how your computer is working, and you feel like you want to address that shit, you dig? Like, I ain't fixing to your standards, so you want to address that shit, I bet, let's step out back. And I give you all the drama you asking for, man. I dig that about Sebastian, man. He not no dude that's, I don't know, I fuck with him. I fuck with him from that aspect alone. He be throwing the glasses back on. He got the little cheesy smile and all that shit. But fuck you up. I dig that shit, man. I dig that shit. I dig when niggas think somebody is sweet and they get, when you step into the lion's den with them, you the motherfucker they using your bones to pick the meat out of their teeth. I fuck with that. So I fuck with Sebastian. But I do want to see Erickson Lubin get that get back with Jermell Charlo, win or lose, because I think that fight just ended entirely. I hated how that fight ended. I don't think Charlo's gonna give him that rematch. He's gonna chase that rematch forever. I don't think Charlo's gonna do that shit, and he shouldn't have to. Because he, you know, if he goes undisputed with Brian Casano, he's more than likely going to move up. Unless he just wants to be a career 154 pounder. I don't know. We'll see. But I do want Erickson Lubin to win. I do want him to win. I want him to win, and it's a, you know, it's a metaphor. You dig? It's a message in a glass bottle. You get knocked out. He got stretched in one round. And look at the path that he's on, man. I dig that. Because 54 isn't a glamour division, that fight isn't necessarily, like, if that was Jamal who did that shit to Erickson Lubin, then possibly it could go in a, you know, a more alternative direction. But because it was Jermell, and Jermell isn't pushed like Jamal is, alright, cool. You dig? That fight isn't. It's not in the front of everybody's. You know, it's not in front of everybody like it. You know, like it would be if it was with Jamal. So he could get that get back. You know, he ain't gotta worry about starting all the way from the bottom. All your career is over. The PBC, it's not political and it's not a glamour division like that. So, all right, yeah, I got knocked out. It is what it is, man. But I want that get back. I want that get back. He came in arrogant with Jermell Charlo and he got punished for it. And I would love to see that rematch, because I don't think that fight would. Lubin. Man, I ain't even gonna say it, man. But I want Lubin to win because I would love to see the rematch between him and Jermell Charlo. I think they can sell that fight. But I'm going with Lubin because I just think Lubin has the, as far as him and Fondora is concerned, I think Lubin has the better skill set. I think he can fight from all three distances. I think he can get on his bicycle and pump his jab and work behind his straight shots, because that's where he's best, working behind his straight shots, jabbing upstairs, jabbing downstairs to the body, throwing the left straight at the bottom. You know, he's a naturally right-handed fighter. Or right-handed man. He's right-handed, naturally, but he fights out of the southpaw stance. He stabs you in the belly with the jab. He stabs you in the belly with the left straight. And he just really operates well behind the straight shots, but he can step in behind the jab and go to work on the inside and start using his hooks and his uppercuts, and he's a really calculated counterpuncher. I fuck with Erickson Lubin. I do. I told you, the fighters that the PBC don't necessarily push for, those are the fighters that I fuck with. I fuck with Lubin. I fuck with J-Rock. I fuck with Keith Thurman in the now. I fuck with Sean Porter. These are the cats that I pull for, man. And I'm pulling for Ugas as well. So I like the more I like the dudes who aren't necessarily being pushed and pulled for. And I fuck with Sebastian Fondora. I fuck with Sebastian. So I'm real excited for that fight. I can't wait to see it. But I got Lubin for the win, man. So y'all let me know what's going on and how y'all feel, man. Deuces.